Welcome back to the podcast. If you clicked on this episode, I already know something about you. You want to speak English with more confidence, especially in real-life situations.
And today we are talking about one of the most important and most common topics in everyday English. We are talking about money, how to talk about it, how to ask for it, how to deal with it in real situations like a grocery store, a taxi, a hospital, a workplace, and even a police station.
By the end of this episode, you are going to know exactly what to say when money comes up in a conversation. And trust me, money comes up in conversations all the time. So stay with us, because this episode is going to be really useful for you.
Before we jump in, I just want to say something to anyone who feels nervous about speaking English in public. I have been there. The moment someone asks you something about money, your mind goes blank. You do not know what to say, you get embarrassed. I know that feeling.
And that is exactly why we made this episode, because knowing the right words and phrases removes that fear. When you know what to say, you feel confident. And when you feel confident, you speak better. It is that simple.
So let us start with the basics. What does it even mean to talk about money in English? It's not just about numbers. It's about the words, the phrases, and the polite ways to ask or respond when money is involved.
All right, let's start with something everyone deals with, the grocery store. You go in, you buy some things, and then it's time to pay. This is where simple English phrases can save you.
Okay, so imagine you're at the cashier. The cashier says, that will be $12.50. Now you hand over a $20 bill. A natural response would be, here you go, can I get my change please?
And the cashier might say, sure, your change is $7.50. Now, what if you don't have the exact amount and you need smaller bills or coins? You can say, do you have change for a 20? Or can you break this for me?
Oh, I love that phrase. Can you break this for me? It sounds so natural. And it simply means, can you give me smaller money in exchange for this bigger bill?
Exactly. Now let's say you're the one who doesn't have change. Maybe you only have a big bill and you feel a little awkward about it. You can say, I'm sorry, I only have 100. Is that okay? Or, I hope you don't mind, I only have large bills.
Those phrases are so polite and natural, and that politeness actually helps people respond kindly to you. English speakers appreciate when you are considerate about these small things.
All right, let's do a quick vocabulary moment. We have 3 key words from what we just talked about.
First word, change. In money, change means the coins or smaller bills you receive back after paying more than the price. For example, I paid with a 10 and got $2 in change.
Second word, break. When we say break a bill, we mean exchange it for smaller money. For example, can you break a 50 for me? That means, can you give me smaller bills that add up to 50?
Third word, bill. A bill is a paper note of money, like a $1 bill, a $5 bill, or $100 bill. For example, do you have a smaller bill? I only have hundreds.
Now let's do a quick shadowing practice. I'll say a sentence, then Sophia will say it, and then you repeat after her. Ready?
Ready. Okay, here we go. Repeat after me. Can I get my change, please? Say it again. Can I get my change, please?
Good. Now this one. Do you have change for a 20?
Do you have change for a 20? One more time. Do you have change for a 20?
Perfect. You're doing great. Keep repeating those until they feel natural in your mouth. That's how real English learning happens.
Okay, so now let's talk about something a little different. What about talking about money in a taxi? This is a situation so many English learners find stressful.
Right. So you get in a taxi or a ride share, and at the end of the ride, you need to pay. The driver might say, that's $15, and you want to say that you want to pay by card. You can simply say, do you take card? Or, can I pay by card?
And if the driver only takes cash and you don't have the exact amount, you can say, I only have a 20. Can you make change? Or keep the change if you want to leave a tip and don't need the difference back.
Keep the change is a really common and natural phrase. It means you don't need to give me back the remaining money. It's like a tip. English speakers use it all the time with taxi drivers and in restaurants.
I remember the first time I said keep the change in real life. I felt so confident after saying it. It was just 3 words, but it felt like a huge step forward.
So we have already talked about grocery stores and taxis, and I hope you are already feeling more confident about those situations. But now we are going to go deeper. We are going to talk about money in the workplace, because this is where a lot of English learners feel really uncomfortable.
Yes, talking about money at work can feel awkward, even for native speakers. But when you have the right phrases, it becomes so much easier. Whether you're asking about your salary, discussing payment terms, or talking about expenses, these phrases are going to help you a lot.
Let us start with salary. Imagine you're in a job interview or a meeting with your manager. If you want to ask about your pay, a very professional and natural way to say it is, "Could you tell me more about the salary for this position?" Or, "What is the pay range for this role?"
And if someone asks you what your salary expectation is, you can say, "I'm looking for something in the range of X to Y," or "I'm open to discussion based on the full package." That sounds confident and professional at the same time.
Now, what if you need to discuss a payment that is late? Maybe a client has not paid you yet. You can say, "I just wanted to follow up on the invoice I sent last week." Or, "Could you let me know when the payment will be processed?"
Those phrases are polite but clear. You're not being rude, you're just being professional. And that balance is really important in English workplace conversations.
Now, here's something really practical. What if you need to ask your boss or employer about a raise? This is something people are scared to talk about, but there are natural ways to bring it up.
You can say, "I would love to discuss my compensation. Do you have some time this week?" Or, "Based on my work over the past year, I was hoping we could talk about adjusting my salary." Notice how those sentences are respectful and calm. You're not demanding anything. You're opening a conversation. That's the English way of handling sensitive money topics at work. Keep it calm, keep it professional, and keep it polite.
And even if the answer is no right now, you can respond with, "I understand. Can we revisit this in a few months?" That shows maturity and keeps the relationship positive. Let us do another vocabulary moment. 3 important words for talking about money in the workplace.
First word, invoice. An invoice is a document that lists what someone owes you for a service or product. For example, "I sent the invoice on Monday. Please let me know when it's paid."
Second word, compensation. Compensation means the total pay and benefits you receive for your work. It includes health insurance and a yearly bonus.
Third word, expense. An expense is money you spend for work purposes. For example, "I need to submit my travel expenses from last week's business trip."
All right, shadowing time. Repeat after Sophia.
"Could you tell me more about the salary for this position?" Say it one more time. "Could you tell me more about the salary for this position?"
Good. Now this one.
"I just wanted to follow up on the payment." Again, "I just wanted to follow up on the payment." Okay, now let's switch to a place that nobody wants to be, but everyone ends up at sometimes, the hospital. Talking about money at the hospital in a foreign language can feel really stressful.
It really can. But the good news is the phrases are not complicated at all. Let's go through a few common situations. First, when you arrive and need to sort out payment or insurance.
You can say to the receptionist, "I would like to know what my options are for payment." Or, "Do you accept insurance? I have coverage through my employer."
And if you're worried about the cost before a procedure, it's completely normal to ask, "Could you give me an estimate of how much this will cost?" Or, "Is there a payment plan available?"
That last one is really useful. A payment plan means you pay a little bit at a time instead of all at once. For example, "I can't pay the full amount right now. Do you offer a payment plan?"
And after you receive treatment, if the bill seems too high or confusing, you can say, "Could you explain this bill to me? I'm not sure I understand all the charges." That's completely acceptable to say, and hospital staff will help you understand.
You always have the right to ask about money in these situations. Don't be embarrassed, it's normal, and it's smart to ask.
Now let's talk about something a little unexpected, talking about money at a police station. Maybe you've lost your wallet, or someone's stolen your money, or you need to report a financial issue.
In that case, you would go to the front desk and say, "I would like to report a theft. Someone stole my wallet and my cash." The officer might ask how much money was in the wallet, and you can answer, "There was approximately $80 in cash and 2 credit cards."
If you need to pay a fine at a police station, which sometimes happens with parking tickets or small violations, you can ask, "How do I pay this fine?" Or, "Can I pay this online, or does it have to be in person?"
And if you feel confused about any charges or fees at an official place like a police station or government office, you can always say, "I'm not familiar with the local regulations. Could you explain the fee to me?" People are usually very happy to help when you ask respectfully.
The key message here is this: no matter where you are, whether it's a grocery store, a taxi, a hospital, or a police station, when you speak calmly and use the right phrases, people treat you with respect. Your English doesn't have to be perfect. Your intention to communicate clearly is what matters most.
I genuinely believe that, and I want every single person listening right now to believe it too. You can do this. You're already doing it by listening to this podcast today. That's a real step forward.
All right, we are in the final part of today's episode, and I want to start this section with something important, something I want you to really hear. If you have made it this far in this episode, you are already more serious about learning English than most people, and that matters. That is real progress.
It really is. A lot of people say they want to learn English, but they never actually sit down and do the work. But you are here. You are listening, you are practicing, and that puts you ahead of so many others. Be proud of that.
Now, let us get into one of the most practical topics we have saved for this final section: money exchange. This is something travelers, students, and anyone living in a new country needs to know how to talk about.
So imagine you're at a currency exchange counter, maybe at an airport or a bank. You walk up and the person behind the counter says, "How can I help you?" And you want to exchange your money. A simple and natural way to say it is, "I would like to exchange some money, please." Or, "I want to convert these dollars into euros. What is the rate today?"
The exchange rate is how much one currency is worth compared to another. So you might hear the person say, "The rate today is $1 to 92 cents euro." And you can respond, "Okay, I would like to exchange $200, please."
And if you want to double check before committing, you can ask, "Is there a fee for the exchange?" Or, "Are there any extra charges?" That way you know exactly how much you're getting.
These are simple sentences, but they are incredibly powerful in real situations. And here's a confidence tip. Speak slowly and clearly at exchange counters. Take your time. Nobody is rushing you. It is perfectly fine to pause and think before you speak.
Now, let's talk about a situation that can feel really awkward. What do you say when you don't have change in a public place, like at a market, a small shop, or even a street food stall?
This happens all the time. You want to buy something small, but you only have a large bill. In that case, you can say, "I'm sorry, I only have a 50. Do you have change?" Or, "I apologize, this is the smallest I have. Is that okay?"
And if the person says they don't have change, you can ask, "Is there somewhere nearby I can get change?" Or you can say, "No problem, I'll find another way to pay." These phrases keep the conversation smooth and polite.
Here's another useful one. If someone gives you the wrong change back, don't just walk away confused. You can politely say, "Excuse me, I think the change might be a little off. I gave you a 20, not a 10. Say it calmly, say it clearly, and most of the time people will sort it out right away.
Knowing how to speak up in those moments is so important. And it's not rude, it's just honest and clear communication. That's what English is all about.
Let's do our final vocabulary set for today. 3 important phrases for money exchange and public situations.
First phrase, exchange rate. This means how much one currency equals in another. For example, what is the exchange rate for British pounds today?
Second phrase, make change. This means to give back smaller money from a larger payment. For example, I handed him 100, but he couldn't make change, so I paid by card.
Third phrase, shortchanged. This means someone gave you less change than you were supposed to receive. For example, I think I was shortchanged. I should have received $5 back, not $3.
All right, final shadowing practice. This is your speaking workout for today. Repeat every sentence out loud. Don't just read it, say it. Use your voice.
Ready? Let's go. I would like to exchange some money, please. Say it again. I would like to exchange some money, please.
Good. Next one.
What is the exchange rate today? One more time. What is the exchange rate today?
Now this one.
I think I was shortchanged. Can you check that for me? Again, I think I was shortchanged. Can you check that for me?
Beautiful. Those 3 sentences alone will help you handle money conversations in so many different places. Practice them every day this week. Say them in the mirror. Say them while you cook. Say them on your way to work. The more you say them, the more natural they feel. Before we wrap up, I want to take a moment and just speak directly to anyone who's feeling like learning English is too hard. Like maybe you've been trying for a long time and you're not seeing the progress you want. I want to say something to you. Learning a language is not a straight line. Some days feel amazing and some days feel like you're going backwards. But every single day that you show up and try, something is happening inside your brain. Connections are forming. Vocabulary is sticking. Confidence is building, even when you can't feel it. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. The person who speaks imperfect English confidently will always go further than the person who knows perfect grammar but never opens their mouth. So open your mouth, make mistakes, learn from them, and keep moving. We believe in you. We really do. And the fact that you're listening to this podcast right now tells us everything we need to know about your dedication. All right, let's quickly recap what we covered today. At the grocery store, you learned how to ask for change, how to ask someone to break a bill, and what to say when you only have large bills. In a taxi, you learned how to ask about payment methods, how to handle the change, and how to leave a tip using the phrase, "keep the change." At the workplace, you learned how to talk about salary, how to follow up on payments, and how to ask for a raise in a professional and confident way. At the hospital, you learned how to ask about costs, request a payment plan, and ask someone to explain your bill clearly. At the police station, you learned how to report a theft involving money and how to ask about paying fines. And in this final section, you learned all about currency exchange, what to say when you don't have change, and how to speak up politely if you receive the wrong change. Now, here's something I want you to imagine. Picture yourself 6 months from now. You walk into a store, a hospital, or a workplace, and someone brings up money, and instead of feeling that panic in your chest, you feel calm. You know exactly what to say. The words come naturally. And after the conversation, you walk away feeling proud of yourself. That's where you're headed. And episodes like this one are the steps that get you there. Every phrase you practice today is a brick in the foundation of your English confidence. So here's your challenge this week. Use at least one money phrase from today's episode in a real conversation or practice situation. Just one. That's all we're asking. And if you do it, tell us about it. We'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the channel and share it with one friend who's also learning English. You might be the reason someone else finds the confidence they've been looking for. Now, in our next episode, we're going to talk about something that trips up almost every English learner, and that is how to handle small talk in English. What to say when you don't know what to say. How to keep a conversation going without feeling stuck. It's one of the most requested topics, and it's coming very soon. The link will be in the description. Until next time, keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and remember, every expert was once a beginner. See you in the next episode.